Welcome back, guys. This is episode 3 of Let's Otaku Bout It. I'm excited to be back. It's going to be a crazy show. Really crazy, really crazy.
Really good ones.
So, we are chilling. Who's got the... Okay. Got a couple of brewskis. They're really cold, actually. Just finished unfreezing. We left them in the freezer too long. Got a...
Literally.
Trusty toenail clipper.
Why you gotta ruin every setup we have?
Hey,
just cut it out.
It's clean here.
Hey, the genius shouldn't be revealed.
I say that one. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, rock climbing hands, huh?
Really strong breath. You should know that about Kira-kun.
Alright, guys. So we have a subscriber request.
We got a subscriber request from I Caramba. They wanted to hear us talk about our opinions on My Neighbor Totoro. So we're gonna get into that to start off this episode. We forgot to introduce ourselves.
Oh shit! Well, now that we're here, I'm your host Kira-kun.
Barry-kun, and we also have Onso Bonso Flonzo Gonzo.
Gonzo, nice.
Don't forget the Kun, buddy.
Kun. My bad. Sorry about that.
Alright, back to the topic at hand. My Neighbor Totoro. Studio Ghibli film by the iconic Miyazaki, who's basically made every dope anime movie with any hype in the last
Yeah, dude, all his
1,000 or so years.
Like, I'm not really into anime films, but I haven't seen a bad one yet in that studio.
Dude, I think I've watched it maybe 5 to 10 times in my life.
Yeah. My Neighbor Totoro?
Yeah,
Really?
Dude, I watched it a lot when I was a kid.
Dang, that's sick.
I've probably seen it 3 or 4.
I've only seen it once. I actually only saw it last year, I think. And, bro, when I saw it, I was like, fuck, how did I not watch this before? Because you see Totoro everywhere. Like, the stuffed animals, the backpacks, the costumes.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
iconic.
he's an icon. You got him on his laptop, man.
Yeah, I got the My Neighbor Totoro decal. Actually, one of my favorite scenes when he's out there in the rain, he just has a leaf covering over him. If you look up My Neighbor Totoro, that's gonna be the first scene that pops up.
It probably is, huh?
Yup.
Yeah, god damn. That movie, that Totoro is fucking cute as fuck. He's hella cute. Like, one of my favorite scenes is when, what's the little girl's name?
Which one? The older one?
No, the main character.
Think her name, the younger one is Mai.
Mai, I think that's right, yeah. When she stumbles on him and she lays on him when he's sleeping, and he's just snoring, and she's going up and down with his stomach.
Snorlax.
Oh, that shit was hella cute. I watched it with my boy Fernando. Shout out Fernando. And when that was happening, I just kept saying over and I was like, dude, this is fucking cute. This is hella cute. I couldn't stop saying it, but I love that movie though.
Yeah, throughout the movie, it's just really family friendly. But
I heard that Totoro was supposed to be the Reaper or some shit. Is that true?
The Reaper?
So,
Yeah, it was a rumor.
Let me debunk that actually, since that's a popular theory that he's the god of death. Actually, the producer of that actually came out and said it's not true. Basically, what they try to say is he was the god of death, and basically it was basically the whole story revolved around death of the main characters.
Mm-hmm.
But no.
Yeah, I couldn't have said any better myself.
Just wanted to clarify.
But shout out to My Neighbor Totoro. My favorite scene is
shout out to the movie itself.
The movie as a whole masterpiece. But my favorite scene is when they pull up in the cat bus and they just go off on the journey. Funny story. One time, this was 4 or 5 years back, I actually tried an edible for the first time. And I ended up on that same cat bus.
Oh shit!
No lie. It took me on a journey.
I bet. Damn. Oh,
anyway.
what did you see? No, what did you see?
Dude, I was there with Totoro. I just looked over to my left. He looked at me all smiling. I was like, damn, this is
You
chill.
lucky son of a bitch. Damn. Oh, I need to try some of that, whatever you had.
Yeah, put me in the anime world.
That's the only time I ever reached that state of mind.
So yeah, basically we all fucking love My Neighbor Totoro. Good ones, classic. If you haven't watched it, watch it.
Missing out.
Yup, shout out to Jessica, aka Icarumba.
Yeah.
Anyways, we have a quick follow-up as well to last week's episode. If you guys remember, we asked Onso Bonso Flonzo Gonzo.
Kun.
Kun.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep
Some
forgetting.
respect on that.
Basically, we pitched 2 animes that we watched recently, asked him to watch them and give his opinion. So, Onzo, did you watch them?
Yeah, I was pretty much forced to. Not really that into anime, but
So you watched which ones?
I watched them both. Well, first season of Sword Art.
Yuri and
I watched
Yuri and Ice?
first season of Sword Art Online, and there's only one season of Yuri on Ice. But I liked them both. I liked Sword Art Online a lot more though. I'm really liking the MMO aspect of that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot. I thought both of them were kind of repetitive in a way. Like for Yuri on Ice, a lot of the scenes, like the performances they do, they repeat them a lot. I thought it was kind of predictable events. And Sword Art Online, it was. I did not. There was a lot of parts that I liked and didn't like, but also I was expecting like the main guy to always survive, to always get through everything.
Yeah.
So he seemed like the normal like hero defeats.
Badass,
everything.
yeah.
He's just like a god.
Like a One Punch Man?
Yeah, pretty much like that. But they both have a lot of plot twists that I wasn't expecting. So I'd recommend it to anybody. But Yuri on Ice, like I wouldn't show it to like certain people who aren't like, I don't want to say it in a bad way.
Yeah.
Like, there's some aspects that are like kind of questionable, but not. I don't want to. Like,
in what way?
The yaoi.
Yeah, the yaoi.
Yeah. Okay.
I know the
yeah,
word.
you're
I know the
totally
word.
beating around the bush.
I didn't know the word.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I do. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but
Well, quick. First episode, I'm like, oh, this is dope. And then at the end, they hit me with the nude. I was like, what the fuck? But I mean, I don't really care.
Yeah.
I still like the I really like the animations of it. Like when they're spinning and like doing the performance, I was like, damn, you could tell they put a lot of work into whatever they're drawing. And I like them both. So I'm down to try some more.
nice.
You guys want to feed me some anime?
Oh, we will.
Ah, damn it.
He put in work.
Pulling all-nighter.
All-nighter. Yeah, we basically plugged his ass into watching them.
I hate this.
Alright, moving on. We have a new segment this week.
Yeah, it's one I'm personally really excited about.
So stay tuned.
It is called
Barry Coon's Romance of the Week.
Barry Coon's Romance of the Week. You knew it was coming if you heard the first episode. I know we talk a lot about me liking rom-coms, but I felt like that was too of a specific genre for such a good ones. You know, you got your rom-coms, your rom-drums, and your rom-com drums. So, basically, I'm going to just get into the first recommendation I have. It's definitely a classic called Your Lie in April. What Your Lie in April is basically about is a young prodigy, basically, at piano. He goes through some psychological damage when his mom passes away.
Yeah.
That basically leaves him to where he's unable to hear the sound of his own piano, so he gives up on music, and he basically becomes not only dispassionate about music but life in general. And that starts to change when he meets a carefree wild pianist, or no, violinist.
Yeah.
Sorry. Called Kiori. Shout out to her. I'm basically.
God, these shoutouts are getting out of hand.
No, but
I rub it.
what I really like about this one is just you get to see them bond through music, good music at that, and kind of just shows them getting over their past together and kind of just working towards a brighter future, I guess, would be the way to describe it. Lots of good moments, lots of comedic relief, but it definitely is a heavy anime. Lots of tear-jerking scenes that get you to grab those tissues real quick.
Yeah.
But what I really liked about it is just the music aspect of it. That's what kind of differentiated it from all the other romances. Is like I really enjoyed the music, and it's all classical music.
Yeah.
And I don't really like classical music.
Yeah, that same thing happened to me too, because all of his rivals, all the pianist rivals that he has, they play super different styles, and like after watching those scenes and listening to the music, I would hear these classical songs being played by, I don't know, covers on IG, Instagram, or like on classical music albums on like Spotify or something, and I'd envision the scene and I could just like feel the feelings, like it makes you feel shit.
Yeah, like you can actually feel the emotion and how it differs from person to person depending on what they're trying to portray.
Yeah.
Like when there's a heated rivalry, you can feel it. Like they're going head to head.
Yeah.
Definitely, that's what changed it all for me. Is there's songs in there that if I listen to, I can actually feel what I felt from when I watched it the first. Like, damn, that shit got me.
Yeah, it's like, intense though. It's really intense.
It's just one of those animes that I definitely obviously gave a 10. And what makes this a special 10 for me is the ending itself wasn't exactly something I preferred, how I wanted it to end. But that's just, for me, I'm very reactionary. I said that in past episodes. If I don't like the ending, 1 point is automatically getting deducted. The ending can make a 9 to 10, a 10 a 9.
Nothing below
but this is like one of the only animes where I didn't deduct that point just because of how much I enjoyed the whole series. So definitely, everyone listening to this, check this out as soon as it's over.
Yeah. I stay.
We stay.
We stay. Cheers to that. And shout out to Cali
Coast.
Cali Coast.
Cali Coast.
Drinking this cool style ale.
Finally froze.
Yeah, they're sponsoring us, so have to shout them out.
Definitely go pick up this 6-pack of this at your local Safeway.
Freeze the second bottle. It tastes so good.
Anyways.
Alright, moving on to the bread and butter of this week's episode. We decided this week to talk about animes that we believe deserve a second season. This might be an open-ended anime or something that might continue that doesn't have enough material out, enough content out, anything. So yeah.
So I say we start with Onso.
Bonzo, Fonzo,
Coon. The one I decided that should continue. I'm not sure if there is. I know there's a prequel, but it's No Game No Life. I first watched this one at the anime convention in LA. I was like, ooh, I like this. Then I get a taste of this. But it basically revolves around two siblings, Sora and Shiro, and they're combined as a group as their name is Blank, which is pretty much like some undefeated player for pretty much every video game. They're gods at it. They will not lose at all. And eventually they get challenged to a game of chess by some dude named Tet, who's they don't know him yet, but he's pretty much a god in a virtual world. And they win, and he asks them, do you want to come live in this virtual world? Because they're pretty much just shut-ins in the real world.
Neats.
They hate the real world.
Yeah, the first scene, they're just it's just a dark room with just fucking screens.
Hella ramen.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Ramen,
Yeah.
Yeah, but they play against him in chess, and they beat him, and they get teleported there. And they're just... First scene, they get introduced, and they by the god, they get challenged by some random people, and they explain like the 10 pledges of the
Of that world.
of that world, which pretty much means there's no killing or anything.
Yeah.
You have to pretty much gamble for whatever's on this online. And so they're introduced to all these different species, but at the moment the humans, they're the weakest of them all, like bottom of the barrel.
Humanity.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, different name.
Yeah.
But their goal is pretty much to become, like, rule everything, because they're told by the god Tet that if they could control all these different species, they could challenge him and like become pretty much like
the next god.
Yeah, the god of the world.
Yeah.
I know. At the end of the spoiler, I guess, they do conquer some of the species. I know the manga's like more far ahead.
Yeah.
But at the end of it, like, it's kind of left on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Because I know eventually they do like conquer more of them, but they don't reveal. Like, even like the manga's not all the way finished. But I feel like it should be continued.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee this one's gonna get continued.
Yeah.
It's too good of a.
Yeah, it just finished like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah. It's just it probably needs more material. That's it.
The colors are super crazy. It's like a lot of pink. It's like super
like
bubbly colors.
like a virtual world, pretty much.
Yeah. And then also I want to add we saw a couple episodes of this when we went to the anime.
Yeah, like the
convention.
first 2 episodes. Or?
Yeah, and it was cool because I think those were dubbed by.
Oh yeah.
Other people there. I wish I knew their names because, that dub was hella funny.
Dude,
And that was the first time I had seen anything in like a theater type room. Oh man, I was cracking up, dude. Yeah, that totally added to the experience, especially like
Cause you were
just
like,
being able to laugh with everyone in the room.
Yeah, because
but
everyone enjoys the same material.
Yeah.
not only that, but the words they use, like they use words like hella and like from the Bay. But
dude, they revamped like the words and the animations for that.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, I went back and watched the first one. The first 2, I'm like, what the heck, this is different.
Yeah.
I want the old stuff.
I was watching episodes actually on the Greyhound back from LA, so I definitely noticed it, and their dub was really good. Shout out to, sorry I don't know you guys' names, but man, that dub was really fucking good. That was some good work. Really entertaining.
So, what do you think, Dan? What do you think should get another season?
Oh man, Space Brothers. I'm just saying, Space Brothers, one of my favorite anime of all time. If you like slice of life, this is a must watch. It's only 99 episodes, which doesn't sound like a little, but oh man, I was watching this when it was current. There was already I want to say 50 episodes when I started. And this is when I was working at Surf City Squeeze, that smoothie shop in the mall. So I'd watch it on the way to work, on my walk, and then on the way back. Oh, man. So, this one made me feel some emotions.
Get to the plot.
Yeah, sorry.
Too busy.
I need to swallow this one. It's such an inspirational story. Okay, it centers around Nabamuta, who in the beginning of the story works at like a car. I guess he invents, he designs cars, and he designed the highest selling car. It's supposed to be like the future car, basically. Gets fired though for headbutting his boss because his boss was talking shit about his brother, who is a JAXA astronaut. So when they were little kids, right, they both made a promise to each other to become astronauts, But along the way, I guess Muta, veered off the path for whatever reason and ended up where he was. So he lost his job. Really depressed in the beginning, like, fuck, I'm worthless. Like, my brother's out there doing his dream, and I'm just here, like 30-something years old. I don't know. I'm assuming he's 30-something. I don't remember. But basically, he feels like a bum. So he moves back with his parents. And his brother, Hibito, finds out that he lost his job. And through his mom. And they somehow work together to send in an application for Muta to join the entrance exams for the next wave of astronauts for JAXA. It's Japan Aeronautic Exploration Agency, I think. So yeah, they send in the application without him knowing. He gets a letter and discovers that, hey, come through, he got accepted. So he can't believe it, but he's crying tears. Meets some characters. Kenji Makabe, who is this super smooth, classic-looking dude with one bang in the middle like Superman. That becomes like his best friend. And Serika Ito, who she's kind of cool.
Don't do this.
Yeah, shout out to Serika. And basically, even though he veered off the path, you see how his life experiences in the past help him, excel and become who he really is meant to be, I guess. So, gets really good when he starts joining that entrance exam. So yeah, I'd love to see more of Space Brothers. I know a lot of people would too. I think with 99 episodes, they went through a lot of material, and I don't think they have enough material in the manga. Mm-hmm. So,
is it still ongoing?
The manga, yeah, the manga is.
When that end?
I have no clue. That was,
years.
Yeah, it was years ago. Maybe 4 years ago.
Damn.
3 years ago, 4 years ago, somewhere around there. But yeah,
there's still hope.
I'm definitely expecting there to be one. I will come knocking at their doors if there isn't. I'm serious. Watch that shit though.
Funny story. Before I even watch anime, really, Kira-kun has been trying to get me to watch this this anime for the longest time, and I don't know. Maybe it's just the length kind of.
Yeah, it's intimidating.
Me. Yeah. That's a big commitment. Just what I heard about it before this little because of course he never explained the plot. He just told me the cold parts.
He wouldn't listen. I tell him he wouldn't listen.
That might be true. But maybe I'll check it out now. It sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, I got home and I would watch it and just be inspired by all his like revelations, because he finds himself, and I'm here after like high school, after dropping out of college. I start watching this. I'm like, dang, you're right. I need to live up to my potential. Like, I'm gonna do something, and then I would just go work at the smoothie shop and go back home and cycle over and over.
They hit him at the right time.
Yeah.
Killed that anime though.
Oh yeah.
They made him an otaku, so worked out, right?
Hey, follow your dreams. That's all I'm saying. Alright, guys, I'm going to interject. I also have a new segment this week.
It is called...
How do you say that? Don't say shit. This week on Don't Say Shit. I'll explain the segment first. I got excited. So Don't Say Shit is basically our way to connect to you guys, the listeners, because we definitely have a lingo that might be hard to understand sometimes.
There's a lot of phrases with history.
I think it's kind of obvious.
Yeah, we're used to this shit. And so, also, a side note, if you don't understand something that we say, please ask me, because I'd love to explain phrases and words to you that...
He loves telling us stories.
Please, dude. So this week, I'm going to just gloss this over because I said I stay earlier. I'm just explaining a little bit about staying. So, staying, I don't know, this is definitely Babe talk. But, no, it's not?
I think it is our talk.
Oh, no. Not the way we use it, but people stay saying they stay.
Yeah.
Self-explanatory, yeah, I know. But basically, Barry Coon at one point would always say, I stay, for example. Oh man, I hate taking dumps after a shower. I stay. Meaning, of course, that he always does it.
Loves it.
So yeah, this week's don't say shit word or phrase is I stay. So next time you hear that, you know that we stay. Alright, moving on. Barry Coon, you got your...
Actually, could I interject?
Oh, sorry, of course.
Just for this first episode, since it is a new segment, there is one other word I want to go over.
Sure.
Since a lot of people, I guess when I say this in real life, they don't understand.
Yeah.
I think
Oh, that's a good one if I... Yeah. Wait, go ahead.
On the count of three.
One, two, three.
Cold.
Cold. Yes. Definitely. Cold is our bread and butter.
Yeah.
So, okay, origin of this one...
I don't even know
You
how
don't know?
it started.
Okay, so yeah.
Just popped out one day.
So, oh man. Alright, so my neighbors, shout out to my neighbors, Rodrigo and Fernando. We have, they have a cousin named Izzy, and it's just, they would always, we basically made so many inside jokes off of Izzy because the stuff he say was just like ridiculously genius and in such a dumb way.
Half the vocab.
Yeah. I mean, we always make fun of him. I love him though, that's my boy. Shout out to Izzy. So yeah, he really wanted to watch G-Force when it came out, and he's still like a young kid, and we're thinking, you know, like, damn, G-Force, that movie's dumb, but at the same time, we're excited. We're like, dude, can you imagine watching this movie with him? It's gonna be so dope seeing him like crack up and react to all these dumb scenes. We went and watched it, and basically it was just one scene where I don't even know how to say this without using cold. It's like someone did something that was mean to someone else, and one of the G-Force guinea pigs said, "That's cold." So we stole it right out of there, and we actually use that word as a verb now. It's not even just like
a verb.
It's a verb.
Adjective.
It's like we say, "Damn, he colded him." Like,
like, damn, that was cold.
yeah, it's everything. Cold is life. So
You're cold. I'm cold.
yeah,
He's cold.
Cold is cold.
yeah, cold is really cold.
Basically, it's just anything negative in a way. Like,
That's true.
yeah, just anything like messed up or
Stupid.
Awkward.
yeah,
Awkward.
Embarrassing.
yeah.
Like, that's cold. Like, I pissed my pants yesterday at work. That's cold.
That's cold to me.
Yeah, that's cold to me. That's like that's cold to you. Don't cold me.
Oh, that's my favorite. You'll hear that a lot.
The cold goes on and on.
Just be ready.
All right, yeah, good
I
interjection,
just
Barry
had to
Coon.
make sure that was covered.
Okay, now moving on to your next season impending anime.
To the topic, what I chose was Silver Spoon. Silver Spoon actually does have a second season, but I believe it deserves a third.
Oh yeah,
It's that good.
I agree. It's a good ones.
It's a slice of life, just like Kirikun Rabus.
I won't explain that one to you.
That's next week.
Yeah,
Wait
next
for
week.
next week to find out what that means.
You're gonna rubbo it. I hope that's obvious.
I hope so, but I doubt it. Anyways, basically, it's just like, honestly, like the perfect slice of life. to
Sorry,
me.
let me cut it in one more time. You're not gonna hear that next week. Actually, you're gonna hear that 2 weeks from now. Forgot to announce that we decided to do this podcast bi-weekly.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So
Good point.
had to drop that one.
So next episode, I meant.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna be recording Saturdays. I hope we get them all on Saturdays. Yeah, we should be able to get them all up on Saturdays. But if not, Sunday. We'll try to be consistent though. So look out for us every other Saturday. Let's all talk about it. Okay, Joey, back to you.
Back to it. Basically, it's an anime about a young student by the name of I'm gonna butcher this. Hachikin.
Ooh, you did pretty good.
Close, right? Close.
Yeah.
That was good.
Basically.
Cheers.
Okay, hold on.
Cheers,
hold on.
Oh, fuck. We babysitting this time.
Basically, what this anime is about is he's a student going into a new school year. He's scared of failure because he has a lot of pressure from his parents. And so he decides to choose an agricultural school because he thinks it's going to be something easy. It's just based off, agriculture rule. It's not as hard as studying.
Mm-hmm. Not only that, but he's like, kind of wants to get away, huh?
Yeah, that's true.
He's going through some shit.
All the pressure that he feels from his family definitely weighs on him. And he's in for a huge surprise because he finds out that the agricultural school isn't as easy as he thinks. It's actually harder for him than regular school was because he knows nothing about it. And it seems that all his other fellow classmates do. So he's kind of the outcast at first because he knows nothing about, the process of making food, like meat, growing vegetables, stuff like that. What I really enjoyed about it is, like most slice of life animes, it doesn't have like a specific plot or end goal. It kind of just... What makes an anime so great isn't the plot, like some others might, it's the characters. They had really good characters, really relatable characters. Every episode, it could be because it doesn't have a plot, was enjoyable for me. None of it felt like filler, so to say. It was just like consistently funny, consistently lighthearted.
Is there like a end point to it?
Yeah, I mean, so he definitely is. The end point technically would be finishing school,
when he
finding
graduates.
himself, because like we kind of covered in the beginning, is he's a kid that doesn't really know what he's doing, like most of us were in high school. He's scared for his future, and he's just trying to find himself, and you kind of get to see part of that while he's going through each season.
What I really like about it is it's like you get to enjoy it from his perspective, which is I think the same perspective of most people. They don't see any of the things that go on behind the scenes, behind your food, like all the processes. So you actually learn a lot, I think. Might not be like in-depth information, but you get some kind of idea of how they do all these things. Making cheese. They make pizza. At one point, they all work together. Yeah, all from scratch. But yeah, like when it begins, his first exposure to this is getting chicken eggs straight from the chicken, and he's like super grossed out because he's imagining it coming out of their butts basically, and then when he finally tries it, he's like, oh my god, this is delicious. So it's like, it's like you have to try it and then you'll see, but. Learning a whole bunch of new stuff there, and there's some inner turmoil later too, like decisions like when it comes to food and pets.
See, this was kind of what was tough about me for describing why it deserves a third season is we kind of all decided as a group we don't want to give too many spoilers like we have been in the past, but yeah, there definitely is some scenes that are very tough to watch. Makes you kind of realize what goes into making our food and stuff like that. Okay. Definitely check it out.
How many episodes are in it? Like 25 per season?
I think it's 12 and
12 an episode.
Oh.
Yeah, so
12
it's
a season.
24 altogether.
I might check it out. I'll
I hate to always throw this in at the end of this,
Uh-huh.
but what I also enjoyed about it is
Oh, I could tell what's coming.
what I also enjoyed about this
Uncle.
is the little bit of romance that you can see blooming in the second season.
How can I call it?
I couldn't even look him in the eye.
It was hard for me to say that.
There's a reason he recommended that.
No, I mean the romance is just a plus.
Yeah, it is.
But every episode I honestly can say I enjoyed, which is tough because a lot of series have fillers, and they obviously feel like fillers, like they're taking away from what you enjoy about the anime, but that didn't happen with this one for me.
Yeah.
Like, you learn like something new each episode, or there's like some type of subplot going on that's so stupid, but like, it's so funny at the same time.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's really enjoyable. When I remember when it was out, when it was like the current season, the first season was coming out, and it was rated super high on my anime list. And I put it off for so long. I was like, dude, agricultural school, this is gonna be dumb.
Same.
Like, I don't want to watch it. And when I watched it, it was already like halfway through the next season, current. And then so I started watching it. I blew through it. I caught up and I finished that. And after that, I was raving it to like to people who didn't watch anime. And I'd say some stupid fact about like agriculture life, like, yeah, dude, it's tough. Like, you have no clue. And then I'd wait. I'd set it up. I'd wait for them to ask me like, what? How do you know? I was like, yeah, I watched this anime called Silver Spoon. It's really good.
Trying to bait them.
Basically, like I go to a climbing gym. I like to boulder. It's a kind of like rock climbing discipline. And so when I went out to boulder with some friends, I actually brought it up, and they're just like cracking up, like, yeah, no, I'm telling you, you learn a lot of life lessons. And it was funny because months later, I ran into one of them, like, dude, I watched Silver Spoon. It's really fucking good. I'm learning a lot. I was like, hey, I told you.
I'm telling you, it's one of those animes that are hard to sell to people, but if you watch it, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like Space Brothers.
I guess. Another funny fact about this this anime is, like we all said, I think before, at least me and Kirikou now, we're not really manga people. This one left me on such an open-ended in the second season that I continued by reading the manga since I had no idea if a third season was actually coming.
Yeah.
And then I got played because the manga's on a hiatus too.
Oh shit!
I went through like 30 chapters after the
I
second
just saw
season.
Dan's heart break.
Yeah.
That's sad.
It is.
That means we have to wait longer.
Yeah, if it ever comes, but it has to come.
It better come.
It has to come.
Or I will not. I said that quietly enough.
Hopefully they didn't hear that. But yeah, I think that wraps up the third episode.
Yeah, we actually, I want to continue this idea with forcing Onso Bonso Flonzo Gonzo to watch animes for
How about you call
next.
me by my real name? Put
next
a kun
oh,
at the end, buddy.
I am so sorry, Onso Bonso Flonzo Gonzo Kun. Apologies.
All right. I'm down to check out Silver Spoon. And
Okay.
If you want to recommend a different one.
Yeah, just finish Space Brothers.
You got 2 weeks. You said you pulled all nighter, right?
No, yeah, I will second that motion. Just please watch Silver Spoon. It's super good.
We'll just do one. You gotta
Alright.
watch that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. One
Watch
for this week.
both seasons, actually.
I am
That's
down.
fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
All right. So, nice. This episode was really crazy, really crazy. See you guys next week. Peace, though, peace.
Bye.
Peace, though, peace.
And next week you listen. In 2 weeks from now, peace, though, peace.
Peace, no peace.
Peace, though, peace.
Peace, though, peace.